Good day, everyone, and welcome. My name is Susan, and we're going to do a nice little half-hour Pilates class. And today we're going to be using our lovely resistance band. All right, so when you're choosing one, make sure you check it to make sure you have the right resistance. And you can always get a couple of different ones. And if you find you need a stronger one, perhaps for your legs, and get maybe one that's not as tight, not for your arms, whatever you find works best, because you can mix and match if you don't have to use the same strength for your whole body. All right, so we're going to start with our little warm-up. Excuse me. Now, the band is, get about a 2 meter, about 6 feet should be sufficient. All right, so let's start with our warm-up. So always remember, take it easy, do what you can, listen to your body. You know, if you have any injuries or anything that's going to aggravate your condition, you know, think about it before you do it. Maybe if you try it once, there's always ways, and I'll show you as we go along, to kind of modify it a little bit for your strength and your ability. But if it's really not going to feel good, please, you don't have to do it. Okay, you can, pretty well everything we're doing, we can do without a band as well. So, breathing is in through the nose, out through the mouth. Now when you exhale, a nice forceful exhale, and I want you to bring your gut in, basically belly button to spine. So suck your gut in every time you exhale. We're breathing out into the chest, thoracic breathing. Exhale, nice and slow, but complete. All right, so let's do a little warm up the body and connect with the breath. So Pilates stance, heels together, feet into a V. Now for the first 4 breaths, on the exhale, I want your thighs tight, pelvic floor nice and tight, buttocks tight, belly button to spine, and I want you to visualize that you're tightening a belt around your ribs. So everything, basically squeeze everything tight on the exhale, just for the first 4 breaths. Arms to the side, let's go. Inhale. Just relax the shoulders, keep breathing. Big inhale, completely. Exhale, engage everything, squeeze it nice and tight, keep going. One more. All right, and relax. And shake it out, roll the shoulders up. My name is Susan, by the way, if I didn't say it at the very beginning. All right, so let's do a nice little warm-up. All right, so the rest of the warm-up, the rest of the class, I want you just to focus on engaging belly button to spine. So suck your gut in every time you exhale, every single breath. Let's go, inhale up, and just a nice warm-up for the shoulders and the arms, and just to kind of get that breath going. Inhale, exhale. One more time, up. Excuse me. And down. Roll it out. Let's do some nice calf raises. So this is going to work the toes, the feet, the ankles, and the calves, the lower legs. All right. Also challenging your balance. So from here, what I want you to do is find a little focal point on the floor, stare at it, it'll help you with your balance. Now, I'm going to give you 2 different places for your arms. First of all, you're going to come up on the balls of the feet, come down. Just do what you can. If you need your arms to the side, pardon me, to help you with your balance, do that. Otherwise, we're going to bring the arms up to the ceiling. All right, I'm going to back up a little so you can see. Ready? Let's go. Inhale up and up. Big breath. Inhale, exhale, belly button to spine. Nice and slow. Keep going up. Press down on the balls of the feet. Dig those toes in. One more time up. Stay here. Breathe. One more. Down. All right. And roll out the ankles, shake the legs out, release the tension, roll the shoulders out. So we do little stretches in between our exercises, and when we do the little stretches, normal breathing, and just release the tension as it goes along, all right? Let's do one more. Let's warm up the arms and the shoulders. I want you to bring your arms out here. All we're going to do is just little circles. You're going to follow the rhythm of the breath. Little circle, just do a few of them till you get to a full rotation, and then start with a big circle and work your way back down to a smaller one. All right, follow the rhythm of the breath, and let's really start loosening up those arms and those shoulders. Standing nice and tall, feet are nice and anchored into the floor. Let's go, inhale around. And every time you start inhaling, go a little bit bigger. And when you get to your last, your giant circle, when you come down, do the big circle, but do the opposite direction now. Inhale around. So we're just getting mobility, rotation of the shoulders, warming up all the muscles into the upper body and the upper back. And again. And that's it. And roll them up. Roll the shoulders out. Shake it all out. All right, so let's get started. So we're going to start with the sumo squat. So now I want you to grab your band. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to just move my mat back a little bit here. Nice wide V, all right? Now, take your band, fold it in half. So let me show you this one here. I'll do a little demo first. The arms are going to be out over the head, shoulder width, a little bit wider than your shoulders. So we're just going to be pulling the seam here, right? Pulling. All right. So we're going to come down into a squat, and as you come down into the squat, you're going to open the arms, and you're going to come up. Exhale up. Now, focusing more on the squat than the arms. When you come down, go as low as you can. That's comfortable for you. Really got to get a lot of fire into the quads, into the buttocks, inner thigh, of course the abdominals. All right. Now, when you get into your squat, make sure that you don't lean forward. Keeping yourself, let me come this way, nice and straight. Keep your back straight. Try not to lean forward as best as you can. All right. So, arms out. And let's go. Inhale down, open up the arms. Exhale up. Keep going. Inhale down, up. Belly button, spine. Every breath you take is exactly the same. Now the next time you come down, stay here, breathe. And one more. All the way up, a lot of fire. And come down, bring the legs together and shake it out. All right, perfect. Let's get ourselves to a seated position now. Come down nice and slow. All right. We're going to work some arms, all right? Single and double row, all right? So this one here is going to start working shoulder, upper arm muscles, biceps, triceps as well, getting into the chest and the upper back. So what I need you to do is take your band and put it on both feet, just like that. Now the legs are together, sitting nice and comfortable, so being aware of your posture as well. Sitting nice and tall, make sure the band is nice and even, all right? So what you're going to do here, I'm going to move to the side so you can see me a little bit better. Both bands, let's start with the right side, into the right arm, okay? I'll give you a little demo and then we'll do it together. Now here again, when you do a little test stretch, make sure you have the right resistance. If it's too tough, if it's too hard, you can loosen it up a little bit. I don't want you to struggle, but you have to feel some resistance. But you don't want it to be too easy, okay? Remember to pace yourself. So what I'm going to do here, my left hand can be on my lap or on the floor. Now my elbows along the side of my body, both hands. Now I'm sitting nice and tall. What I'm going to do, this is just a demo, is I'm going to inhale, I'm going to pull, and then exhale. That's it. So where my elbow is, when I look over the right shoulder, my hand goes where my elbow was along the side of my body, and then I'm going to exhale. So it's not a very big movement, all right? So elbow to hand to elbow. That's it, all right? So again, set yourself up. I want you just to do a quick little test. Just do a little test like this and see how it feels, all right? And then you can make the adjustments if you need more tension or less. All right, let's go. Inhale, look over the right shoulder. Exhale, keep the elbow nice and straight and try not to whip your elbow out too far either. Inhale back and really working. You can feel the abdominals working, of course. Inhale and take it easy. We're only doing 4 and then we're going to hold for 4. If you find that you do 1 or 2 and then that's it, you can't do any more, then don't worry about it. Just stop and rest. And hold, breathe. One more breath, and down. All right, release. Roll the shoulder out, shake it out if you need to, roll it all up, roll them both out if you like. All right, let's go to this side here. Make sure you're comfortable on your sit bones. You're sitting nice and tall, so you're not kind of hunched over. Always being aware of our posture. All right, sitting nice and tall. Let your arm do all the work. All right, ready? Do a little test. Maybe this arm is a little weaker, or maybe this is the strong arm. All right, and you might have to make a little adjustment. All right, so sitting nice and tall. When you're ready, let's go. Inhale, pull, and follow the breath. The breath is there to guide you. Exhale, belly button to spine. Don't forget, suck your gut in on the exhale. Big breath through the nose. Now, the next time we pull, we stay here. Breathe. One more breath. And here. And that's it for that one. Keep the band where it is because now we have to do both arms. So just release the band and let's roll it out. Roll the shoulders out. If you need to stretch it, put one hand on the on your elbow and just gently pull. This is just normal breathing. Just to release the tension as it accumulates. Stretch it out. All right. Roll it out a little more if you need to. Let's do both arms now. All right. So make sure the band is on your feet. Strap in both hands. Now this one here, if you find you need more tension, you can wrap the band around your hands, all right? Now let me show you this one here. Again, sitting nice and tall. Elbows are along the side of my body. I'm going to inhale, I'm going to pull back. Now when you pull back, your hands go along the side of your body. I want you to bring your shoulder blades together. So I want you to visualize that you've got maybe an orange between your shoulder blades. And when you bring it back, squeeze that orange, all right? Now, this is our full row, double arm row. Do your little test to make sure you've got enough resistance. Sitting tall, ready? Let's go. Inhale back. And keep going. Squeeze that orange. Bring the shoulder blades together. Again, inhale, pull. And one more time, pull. Now, the next time you bring it back, stay here. Breathe. One more breath. And down and release. All right, so let's do a little stretch. So I just want you to open up your legs a little bit. Now I want you this is just a nice little stretch, so normal breathing. And just bring your arms down and you can bow your head. Round your back and just let it all go. Rest your belly, rest your arms and your shoulders. This is a nice little, just like a little rest place. All right, and when we take our rest, not very long, roll the shoulders up if you need to. All right, so now we're gonna lay on our backs. All right, so now let's work some legs. So the next one is called the heel press. We're gonna do two different exercises from the same position. So I need you to take your band, lay on the back, lay on your back. Now the band will be on your feet. All right. Now the first one is called a heel press. So make sure that your back is nice and anchored to the floor and you're nice and comfortable. I'm just laying on a yoga mat here, but you can use a thicker mat. If you need extra padding, you can put a little extra padding underneath your bottom and your hips if you need to, for comfort if you'd like. Pilates doesn't matter if your mat is a little bit thicker. All right, now this one here. Legs are going to be up here, 1 o'clock. What we're going to do is we're going to bring the knees in and you're going to push out. That's it. Elbows stay on the floor. This one here, make sure you have a little bit more resistance. Use those nice strong legs. The legs do all the work. So I want you to do a little test to bring the knees in and then just push it out, see how that feels. If you need more tension, wrap the band around your wrists. All right? So bring the knees in. We're going to start from here. Take your breath. Exhale out. So here we're going to start working our thighs, the quads, some buttock as well. Push it out. Arms do not move, elbows stay on the floor. Let the legs do all the work. Let's do one more. Inhale in and push it out. And in. Now the next time you push it out, stay there. Breathe. Belly button to spine, every breath you take, and bring it in. Now, loosen up the band. Keep the band on your feet, though, and I want you just to give yourself a little hug and just rock. And let's stretch that lower back out right away. All right, we're going to do one more from this position here. I'm going to just change my position so you can see me better. The next one is called the frog. So the frog again, now it's going to start working some inner thighs, some buttocks as well, pelvic floor muscles, of course, abdominals, and some hip as well. This one here, excuse me, I want you to open up your knees wide. You're going to do almost the same thing. You're going to push it out and you're going to come in, but your legs are nice and wide, our little frog. So do a little test, see if you have to change the resistance or not. All right, so when you're ready, elbows stay on the floor. Take your breath now, exhale out. Inhale in, push it out. And out. Just a 1 o'clock is fine. If you're a little stronger and you want to push it out a little lower, absolutely you can do that as well. Makes it a little bit more challenging. Again, out, stay here, breathe. And in and rest. Drop the band, just drop it for now. Bring your knees up, give yourself a little hug. Nice and slow, you can rock, really release the lower back. Because as we're working on strengthening the core muscles, the abdominals, the lower back, everything works together. So stretch that lower back out right away. You might feel a little tension there. And then when you're done that, take a little stretch. Stretch your legs out. Bring your arms over your head and just stretch your body out. Just normal breathing. All right. Perfect. All right. So now we're going to work some hips. This is a side lying leg lift. So this is for the hips, the thighs, and your buttocks as well. So let me show you this one here. So what you're going to do here now is you're going to be laying on the side of the mat. So you're going to take the band and put it on the one foot. I'm going to start with my left foot. So the band is on the foot, in the middle, and then both straps. I'll get into the position. I'll give you a second to get yourself all organized. So this is what I want you to look like. Okay. Now, I'm laying on the back of the mat. Here again, make sure if you need extra padding, don't be shy because, laying on a hard surface is hard on the hips. Doesn't matter how much padding you have on your hips. So here again, I'm going to be resting on my elbow. Both straps are in my right hand. My left hand is going to come right here, right in front to keep me stable. Bottom knee is bent. The strap is on the left foot. My leg is nice and straight. Now, if you can, I want you to try and line your hips up. So try not to be tilted back or leaning forward. So everything is nice and lined up. What we're going to do here is you're going to inhale up and down. Now this one here can be pretty intense. So do a little test and see how it feels. If you find it's a little too much for your hip, give yourself a little slack. It doesn't have to be heavy duty. You don't have to have a lot of tension because just lifting your leg up is going to create even more tension. So be very careful. You don't have to get your leg up to the ceiling. Just go to where it feels comfortable for you. Take it easy on the hip, all right? So this is going to start working the hips, thighs, and buttocks. Let's go. Inhale up and try to relax. Follow the breath. Inhale up and belly button to spine. Don't forget, engage the core. Kiss your spine with your belly button. Snap it together. One more time, up. And now, the next time you bring it up, let's see if we can stay here. Breathe. One more, a lot of fire. You can really feel that. Bring it down. All right, so we're going to take a little rest. I just want you to bring your knee forward. You can bring yourself down a little bit more and just rest. Rest that leg. Just relax, normal breathing. Let it go. Let it all go. You can come all the way down if you want. Just take a quick little rest. Okay, perfect. All right. Now, from here, we are going to go onto our bellies. This one we don't need the strap for, and this is going to work our buttocks. So we're going to do our heel beats. So now just roll onto your belly. Pelvis and hips nicely anchored into the floor. You can rest your chin on your stacked hands or lift your head up a bit. This is just going to work the glutes. So keep your legs and your knees on the floor. Bring your feet slightly off the floor, and we're going to click our heels. Now you don't have to have your feet way up here. Just have them nice and close to the floor, and let's get a little fire into the onto our glutes. Let's do just 6 breaths, slow breath, but quick. Bring those heels together as fast as you can. Let's go. So these are called heel beats, and this is to just work our buttocks, engage them, isolate them, keep going, almost there. A lot of fire there. Just slow down the clicking if it's too intense. That's all. And one more. And rest. Rest your legs, rest your buttocks, let them go nice and slack. Now we're going to do a stretch before we get to the other hip. So I want you to come up slowly. If your back is really tight, it probably will be. Move very slowly. Gently lean back and just rest on your forearms. Just bow your head. So this little stretch is called a shell. All right, it's similar to our child's pose in yoga, but you don't have to put your head on the floor. It's just a stretch. Stretch out your spine, your back, your buttocks, your hips, everything. It's a lovely all-purpose body stretch. And when you're done that, it's a little quick one, isn't it? Let's go to this side here. Let's see if we can work this hip here. Now, always paying attention to how you feel. Remember that if you have one side of your body or one hip, let's say, that gives you a little more grief than the other, then make the adjustment so that you don't have to work it as hard, all right? Because it's not a race, it's not a contest. You do what you can, where, according to your abilities and how you feel. That's all. All right? And Pilates is all about strengthening our bodies. All right? Working on flat, flexibility, balance, and all kinds of beautiful things. But strengthening is what we want. So let's get ready. Bottom knee is bent. Both straps into the bottom hand. Top hand is going to be right here to stabilize you. Hips are nice and lined up. Ready? Let's go. Inhale up. And so adding the resistance, the bands, it just makes your body, your leg feel so much heavier. So your body has to work a little bit harder because it just feels so heavy, and it is, adding the resistance. Now these stretches you can do without the band. If you find it's too intense, release the band and just do it without the band. Don't worry about it. Now, bring it up, stay here. And down. All right. And release the band. Let's lay on our backs. We're going to do a little stretch, and then we're going to do one more. We're almost there. This is our reverse pigeon. This is just a stretch. So lay on your back. Left leg up, right foot on top of the left knee. You can bend the left knee. One hand on the right knee, one behind the thigh. Just gently pull. You don't have to go too far. You'll feel it. Even if you barely move, you'll feel the stretch. This is for the right hip, this is for the thigh, the hamstring, the pelvic floor area. Nice little stretch, reverse pigeon. We do this in our yoga class as well. And go to the other side when you're ready. Nice gentle. If you need a deeper stretch, give it a little more or less, whatever you need. Perfect. All right. We're going to do one more. So, when you're done your stretch, come up very slowly. You don't have to move as fast as I do. Now this next one here is called the donkey kick. This one is specifically for the buttocks, the hamstring, and of course our core. So what I need you to do is get into your table. So get out to your hands and knees. I want you to put the strap around one foot. I'm going to start with my right foot, right leg. This one here might take a second to get a little organized here. So the strap is on the foot. While you're getting organized and ready, I'm going to show you what we're going to do. Now, the strap is around the foot. I'm going to put the band on the floor and put my hands just on the band, just like this, putting my body weight. Arms are nice and lined up. What I'm going to do is I'm going to lift the knee off the floor. I'm going to kick back. I'm going to inhale in and exhale back. Now, do a little test kick to see if you need more resistance, or if you need to loosen it up, you can adjust it with where your hands are on the band. All right? Now when you bring your leg up, if you can, level to your back, lower is fine. All right? So when everybody's ready, get your knee off the floor. You should be looking at the floor. Take your breath now. Exhale back. Inhale in. Back. Pay attention to what you're doing. The only part of the body moving is that leg. Kick it back. Get a little fire going. Use our core abdominal muscles to help you move that heavy leg around. One more time. Out. Stay here. Breathe. Now, the 5 principles of our Pilates practice is breathing, centering, concentration, control, and precision. Exhale and come down. Lean back and rest if you need to. Rest your hands, shake them out if you need to. All right, let's go to the other side. So I find it easy just to put my foot in, just kind of switch it like that, if you can, all right? Now, do a little test kick to make sure you have the right resistance. Maybe this leg is the weaker leg, or maybe this is the stronger leg. All right, arms are lined up, knee up off the floor. Take your breath, exhale. Inhale in, back. Inhale in, exhale, belly button to spine, don't forget. And next time it's out, keep it there and breathe. One more, and down. Release the band, shake the hands out if you need to. Take a little stretch into your little shell. Just lean back, rest your hands, your wrists. Just being in this position, our little shell will stretch everything. It'll stretch out your quads, it'll stretch out your buttock, your hamstring as well. All right, let's get ourselves up to standing. You can move the band out of the way. I'm gonna do a few stretches and we're done. All right, a little quickie workout. Nice wide V. This is normal breathing. It's just stretching around up and just lean over. And let your body unwind, decompress, release the tension, stretch it out. This is the whole side of your body. And when you're ready, use your core muscles to help you move your body from side to side and reach. Slow that breath down. Just relax. Bring the arm up. Come all the way. Stretch it out. And then from here, we're going to get into a V straddle split. Come down, hinging at the hips. If you find coming all the way down makes you dizzy for any reason, put your hands on your knees and just come down halfway. Otherwise, you can bend your knees if you want or keep your legs straight. And this is a nice full body stretch again, lengthening your spine, really stretching the back of the legs out, especially those hamstrings. Walk your hands to the left, center, and to the right. Come back to center, bend the knees, come up very slowly, reverse the blood flow so you don't get dizzy, very slowly. And get your feet together. And we are all done. Give yourself a big hug for taking the time and doing this for yourself. And a little clap for your friends, clapping for me, and clapping for all of you. Thank you again for joining me. That was our little quickie resistance band, little exercise. So thanks for joining me. Again, my name is Susan, and today is May 7th. So if the weather's nice where you are, get outside. Get some sunshine on your face. Go play outside. Move, keep moving, all right? Thank you for joining me again. We'll see you soon. The next class I will be doing will be a chair yoga, lovely chair yoga class. And then I'll be doing a nice hatha yoga in 2 parts, which will total almost an hour. So half hour for both parts for the yoga class. So if you're interested, stay tuned and I'll be doing those shortly. Thanks again.